Hello, Swans. I'm Yvonne, your marriage and divorce coach here at Black Swan Relationship Academy. And today, as we said, I'm with Coach Unique, who, as you all know, is our style concierge and our dating expert. And for those of you who don't know, she's also the love doctor in Chengi's Angels.
We
And if
both
you
love
haven't,
doctors. We do a clinic together.
so you're the love doctor. And as I said, she is the love doctor. And if you haven't seen us before, we're usually on live at around 6 o'clock on a Thursday. So check us out if you get the chance to do so. A few things, before I go into it, I'm going to ask Unique to introduce herself to us before we make a start.
Yes. Thank you very much, Yvonne, darling. So my name is Unique Subanda, and I am your online dating coach, your online love doctor. And today we are talking about dating apps.
Yay. And I thought it was something that, you know what, we needed to do this. And this is why our lovely Unique is with us, because she is the dating expert on what apps to use, which one to avoid, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, there's been so much talk about, online dating, etc. And if you're like myself and you've done the work on yourself and you're now ready to go back out there to begin dating again, we want you to be safe online. So this is why Unique is with us. And Unique, give us some ideas of how and what women should do when they're thinking about dating.
Okay. So basically, I think when it comes to online dating, if we kind of go into a few stats about how, to be honest with you, most of the time the complaints that you hear is about 5 to 10% of what's actually happening online. You know how we never report something good?
Yes.
We just get on with our lives, get happy, married, and we get on our merry ways. But no one ever really comes back to say, oh, no, this happened to me online. The ones we hear about are the really extreme bad things. And yes, let's not say that there is a safety element when it comes to dating sites. You have to be safe, which is why when we talk about the protocols of actually being online, there's things that you have to do. You have to vet.
Yeah.
You have to let people know where you're going. You have to be within a community that supports you. And sometimes you may not be able to tell friends because you don't know where the relationship is going.
Yeah.
And to also remember that you don't owe anyone anything.
Yeah.
When you're going on, when you're dating, when you meet in person. And the thing is to always have not necessarily have your guard up, but be safe.
Yes.
There's a way to show up and be safe.
Can I ask then, if you say you don't always need to have your guard up, is this where women now have to listen to their gut and listen to their
that
intuition?
as well? Yeah.
Where you're coming from when you say that.
So I think I have to kind of also put a backdrop to this. Sometimes we think we're seeing alarm bells, but really that's our own story. Right. So we have to be very careful not to translate what we think are alarm bells when really it's our own trauma speaking, our own story speaking, our own things, what we've heard and who said what and and all these scammers and wow going on online. We have to be very careful when we're going online. Make sure that you are in the right frame of mind.
Yes.
Because I would say it's a mindset thing. You're not here to come and be, I don't like him, block. I don't like him, delete. Unmatch. We can't be coming into online dating with that attitude. It's like, it's a fun place and you have to come from a fun place. I remember recently telling one of my clients, I was like, honestly, as brutally and unfair as it may sound, don't look, fair enough, may be called Johnny, he may be called Paul, but don't put a name to him. Treat him as a number, because that takes away your emotion from the screen. It takes away your emotion from your interactions when you're texting. Only do that and invest in someone when you now decided, okay, this is the one I want to be exclusive with. Yes, I know you need to remember names, but just like how we look at data, we don't put emotion to data, do we?
No, very
and that
much
is how sometimes we have to look at it. It's a numbers game at the end of the day.
Yes.
It's about meeting as many people as you can meet just to find one person or to be found by one guy, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So go in it with a mindset of fun.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
If someone doesn't like you, it's okay. They will like someone else. They don't have to like you. They don't owe you a like. They don't owe you a love. They don't owe you anything. And same with you. You don't owe them a like. You don't owe them anything. So I'll kind of start off with the website that we just don't do here on Black Swan. It's called Bumble.
Yes.
We just don't even come to Black Swan and say, I'm on Bumble. Don't even. Damn. Let's not do that.
Tell us why you are so against Bumble.
Because it is an app that makes the woman speak first. And if you're a Black Swan, you're obviously going to be a feminine woman. And we do not do the speaking first. And it's about setting dynamics. Like any relationship is about setting the dynamics. So as I was saying, first of all, you're going in there to have fun and meet people, meet different people. That's all you're going to do. And remember, as a feminine woman, you're going in there to be found as well. And be found in a fun space. Be found enjoying your life. And on top of that, do not be found on Bumble. Because if you're not found, you will be doing the finding.
Yes. Yes.
Because you're the one who'll be speaking first. You're the one who will literally be setting the relationship into motion. So we always talk about this thing on Black Swan about setting the dynamics. Only feminine men love being approached by women. A masculine man, whether he's value, high status, low value, a masculine man does not enjoy being approached by a woman. It keeps it for him. Yes. Can you imagine an antelope? Hello, I'm here for you. Stay. Doesn't happen. And we have to look at nature. It's like it does not happen like that. And this is me just only talking to the feminine women.
Yes.
You're a masculine woman. Listen, go by all means and have your feminine men because it works for you. But you have to know that you're going to have to stay in that position.
Yes. Yes.
Because that's the dynamic that you've set.
Yes. And you can't start it and decide, I don't like it. Let me try
I'm tired.
Him.
Yeah.
Or, that's never going to work.
As a feminine woman, as much as sometimes I have masculine traits, I used to be more of a masculine woman. You get to a point where you get tired because you want to be cherished. Innately in you, there's this thing that says, I want to be cherished. I want to be provided for. I want to be protected. I want a man who supports me. I want a man who cherishes me. You innately, that is what a feminine woman would eventually want.
Yeah. Very much so.
So you have to set the dynamic that way from the very beginning.
Yes.
Cannot be about, oh, I need to meet a man. So, and the thing is, to be honest with you, Bumble is going to have a multitude of men. Yes. But unfortunately, those men are going to be feminine. If by some the masculine man on there, he may not enjoy the fact that women have to speak first. Women have to allow the messaging to come through first. So that's the only reason that we don't really appreciate Bumble. Yeah. It's great. I mean, look, there have been stories, amazing stories from there, but it's really about setting the dynamic. And I know you'll get in the comments about women saying, oh, but I met. Good on you. There are exceptions to the rule. But as a general rule, just avoid Bumble because the principles that we teach you on Black Swan are not going to apply. You're going to be pulling straws. You're going to be, you're just going to, it's too much. I want to say the word wahala, but yeah, it's too much wahala.
It is the annual Flirt and Date Challenge in the Black Swan Nation. This is a challenge we do every single year, and it is incredible. The results, the growth, the relationships, the marriages, oh my goodness. What comes out of the Flirt and Date Challenge every year is incredible, because we all throw ourselves into the dating pool and we gather energy from each other and encouragement and fun, and we do it under the watchful gaze of our coaches. I will be in there helping you ladies. The coaches will be in there helping you ladies flirt and date. But this year it is accessible only to the All Access Pass Black Swan Nation members. So if you're not in the All Access Pass Black Swan membership, make sure you follow the link below, and I will see you in the Black Swan Nation Flirt and Date Challenge 2022.
Yeah, do you know, I hear exactly what it is that you're saying, and I do believe that our swans will get what it is that you're saying, because if you're a certain way and you're looking for a certain kind of person, you want to be found. We are Christian women, and the Bible says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. It may not be everyone's belief, but it's something that we aspire to hear at Black Swan Relationship Academy, is for our women to be found by strong masculine men. And
sorry to cut you there. Even when you talk about masculinity is about hunting. They are the hunters. So innately they want to be the ones that find.
Yes.
Right? They want to be the ones that find their prey.
Very much so. Yes. And
they want to be the ones that find their prey and then bring it back to wherever the compound, and everybody, this is so and so, and they're the ones that want to be chasing and the ones that want to be finding. So if you are not a Christian woman, there's still that element of, if you are a feminine woman, you want to be found.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And yes, we're going to use Christian examples because that is what we know, but it does not exclude you. As long as you're a feminine woman and you want to be found by a masculine man, those principles still apply. I mean, most principles come from the Bible anyway, but those principles still apply.
You told us about where we should avoid and where we shouldn't go. Why don't you give us an example of an app that you think would be suitable for?
So again, I'll always reiterate, once you've worked out your energy and worked out what you want, what kind of man you want, if you're an older woman and you're happy to go for younger men, there's different apps. If you are a younger woman and you want to go for an older man, there's different apps. So there's also an element of you as a person, which is why I would always say book a discovery call, talk to someone, let them advise you, as in what's the best app. So we all know Match, we all know eHarmony, we all know Tinder, we all know Hinge. There's Black in America. There's a lot of different apps, and everyone will have different experiences. But if you are a more mature woman, say over the age of 35, and you're looking for a serious relationship, Match will be the best one for you.
Right.
And that's worldwide. It doesn't matter where you are. Match has a higher reach throughout the world. There is Hinge. Again, I would say if you are between the ages of 25 to 35, then Hinge would be an appropriate one. Tinder is ideal for the younger women, like 18 to 25. Even the algorithm favors the younger on Tinder.
Right.
And funny enough, Tinder is actually really good for over 60s.
Oh, okay.
Because there's also a dynamic that shifts when you're retired, you have your children, there's a dynamic in that you want to travel more. You want to live out life a little bit more.
Yes.
So I guess Tinder becomes a favorite as well, because it's that kind of fast-paced scenario. You're swiping left and right, and you're getting matches, and all the other apps are a little bit more in depth. Match is a lot more in depth. eHarmony is a lot more in depth. So people who are looking for serious relationships and want to start families, eHarmony is the best. You could always look online to see, and there's a lot more apps that are coming up in the in this sphere on its own. You'll be surprised that actually Match and Tinder are the same companies, but they just cater for different audiences. So which is why sometimes I say they're great. They're all dating apps are great. There's Dusk, there's Facebook dating. If you're lazy, just go to Facebook dating. There's so much. There's dating for singles. There's so much apps that are out there, but it's really about choosing. And again, if you're a Christian, there's Christian mingles, Christian singles. There's so many apps out there. So if you are looking for, it depends. If you're looking in Black Swan, we really deal mostly with women who are looking for a long-term relationship leading to marriage, a high value man, preferably high status. If not, it's okay. But a high value man who has values, morals, follows a certain type of life. So we tend to advise that the two main apps that we seem to come across on the Black Swan is Hinge and Match.
Yeah. Yes,
because again, they're all different women, different ages. I always say, if you really want to have fun, go on Tinder.
Right.
If you really want to see what's coming in your box, in your inbox, pay 1 month subscription on Tinder and just have a look at the kind of man that are swiping and have conversation. Talk to men, flirt, learn how to flirt, learn how to talk. If you're going to practice dating, go on Tinder, just talk to men.
Yeah,
I think you have to go on a date with anyone, but just talk.
Yes, which is great. And I think also one of the things that you do advise women to do is not just to put all their cakes in one basket when it comes to going online, to, you know, be speaking to 2, 3, or even 4 people. And, you know, and there are different protocols that they have to adhere to with the conversation, with the meeting up and what have you. Explain a little bit of that before we go.
Okay. Look at it this way. So first day at work, you come in, say you've just moved towns, you don't know anyone, you moved into work. How do you make friends?
You speak to people, you know, say hello, how are you doing? You tell them your name, and that's it.
And that's the same thing. We put way too much emphasis on, I need to get one man.
Yes. Yeah.
And the thing is, it's create an environment where you can just talk. It's just talking. Text messaging. If you don't like something, you can step away from it.
Yes.
Don't have to entertain it. If a man messages you and your cutoff point is after 2 days and you suggest, oh, a conversation would be great, and he still hasn't answered you, leave the man alone. He doesn't want to talk to you. And I think we have to start accepting those dynamics. Like, just like when in the playground when we're kids, you remember, I don't know if you had this situation where you really wanted to be friends with someone, but they just did not like you.
Yes. And it didn't matter what you did.
Oh, here she comes again.
Yeah, yes, yeah. To the point
training ground.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Your training ground. That was your training ground to understand what it looks like when someone doesn't like you. So you've got that inbuilt in you. You've got the intuition in you. If a man is not texting you regularly and frequently and wanting to meet and pursuing you, leave him alone.
And it's okay to do that. And it's not going to be the end of your world. And neither is it going to be the end of his. Yeah. And that's the reason why we say do the work on yourself first. Because when you decide I'm ready to date and you go online, there's going to be a lot of yes, no, no, no. And the same thing is going to happen. You're flicking and saying no. He's looking, he's come across you. He may hover, but he's saying no too. And you've got to realize that actually it is not me he's saying no to. He's just saying no because, you know, there's something there that didn't resonate with him, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And because you have got to be healed, you don't want to take it on board and be hurt by it, you know, how dare, no, it's fun. It's supposed to be something that is fun, that is enjoyed, until you find the right person that, you know, you're now dialoguing, you'll then decide that you're going to meet and so forth, you know. So let's, number one, ladies, be safe out there. And number two, have fun in this stage of your life, because it is a fun time. So I'm going to ask Unique to sign off and say thank you to her for giving us her advice. And, you know, until we meet again, over to you, Unique.
Well, Swans, honestly, thank you so much. I'm enjoying this series that we're doing with Yvonne. Catch us next week when we do, catch us on Friday when we kind of do the final episode of this whole divorce to dating. But honestly, you should be on the Swan Nation All Access Pass, because this is what we're doing right now. There's the whole challenge going on. It is £85 monthly, and you get every single course that has ever been made within the academy, and you'll be getting all the new courses straight up, like, you know. So what we're talking about now is just little snippets and bits of the conversations that are going on every Tuesday, every Thursday, every day, really, on the Facebook group. Because when you're dating, you're going to ask questions, and there's going to be a coach on hand to answer you. There's quite a few of us coaches at the moment on Black Swan, and we'll be ready to answer you, and we're actually recruiting more coaches as well. So it's really, just get on the All Access Pass. We'll see you there. And we'll see you next week, right?
Very much so. Do you know, thank you for that, Unique. And if there's anything that we've said that has resonated with you, and if you want to take this further, check out the link below in the description box. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Until we meet again, take care of yourselves. See you soon. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Bye.